Interesting problem on problem number 15. Remember that line L is parallel to line M. So as we take a look at this picture, actually the first thing that I dealt with were the x's. The 15x minus 26, which is exterior to the parallel line, because here's the parallel line, and 12x plus 1, also exterior to the parallel lines. It's on the outside of the parallel lines. And notice that 15x minus 26 is on one side of the line, 12x plus 1 is on the other side of the line. And what we know about alternate exterior angles is that they are congruent. So 15x minus 26 equals 12x plus 1. Let me erase there. And then solve it the way your Algebra 1 teacher taught you. So let's subtract 12x from both sides. And we get 3x minus 26 equals 1. We can add 26 to both sides. And we get 3x equals 27. Divide by 3. And we get x equals 9. But we also need to figure out what y is. And that took me a little bit of thinking in here. But what I really need is to know what this angle is right here. In between, the angle that's in between the 15x minus 26 and the 28. But if you notice, if we take the 15x minus 26, this angle, and here, that angle, and we add them all up together, I'm going to start by writing 15x minus 26 plus, I'm going to call it question mark in here for now, plus 28. If we add all three of these angles, we get a straight angle, which is 180. But the other piece of information that we know on this is we just found out that x was 9. So we can say 15 times 9 minus 26 plus our question mark plus 28 equals 180. I want to know what that angle measure is that I have that question mark in. So if we take our calculator for a minute, 15 times 9 minus 26 plus 28, and you can use Desmos, it's just that I can't show Desmos on the screen here, we get 137. So we've got 137 plus the question mark equals 180, and if we subtract 137, then what we end up with is we end up with that question mark equals, well, 180 minus 137 is 43. So I'm running out of space now, but this angle is 43. And the thing to recognize is two parallel lines cut by a transversal. I know that it's a segment. It's going from here to here, this kind of line right there. But we could have extended it and put arrows on the end to make it a little bit more in terms of a transversal, because this is a transversal, it's just a transversal segment. So now that we know this length is 43, that's right here, and then 4x minus 9 is right here. We've got two parallel lines, and sometimes it's helpful here, two parallel lines cut by a transversal, and what we see is that alternate interior angles are congruent. I just turned my paper so I've got my parallel lines right here. So when we solve this, what we can say is 43 equals 4y minus 9. If we add 9 to both sides, we get 52 equals 4y. Super sorry about running out of space, but 52 equals 4y, and then we can divide both sides by 4, and we end up with y equals 13.